had this sensation of air mastery. Do you have prominent air placements? Even when I was getting this this really exciting sensation of like playing with air, and it felt as though there was this mastery around streams of air, as though smoke, seeing this swirling and bending and moving. Perhaps you have strong Mercury placement, or I don't know. That was just such a skillful display that I saw. Wow. Well, it looks like we are finding you within the star nursery, the Ace of Water. So being within the place of creation, even though this is a Suit of Water card, you can see how the stars, the star nursery, is depicted as these glimmers of light in the sky, in space. And so it feels very much of air to me as well. There's like this, this retrieval of stars with air, almost like lassoed to you. Those air streams were just so exciting. And when I think about the element of air, I'm really drawn to not just like the realm of like communications, intelligence, but also the higher levels of the element of air. It feels like divine whispers. So there's like this playfulness with divine whispers or divine messaging that maybe you've been engaging in. I don't know. While, yes, like fire is often associated with creativity, I also feel like, again, like that higher frequency of air, of almost like lassoing or like creating this current. Yes, like this stream, this air stream to help pull in those very special downloads from the Akashic Cloud, so that you may bring those into your existence and ultimately into the collective's existence. Wow. Welcome. All right, well, we see the Two of Wands action plan. And we also have the Four of Earth in reverse. Ooh, okay. So the Four of Earth in reverse suggests that you are moving from this place of lack and scarcity into the realm of possibilities and into that star nursery. How cool that we're finding you in this space. And then with the Two of Light codes, with the Two of Fire, there is like this sense of stability with it, right? Like you have two anchoring points to fire that serves as kind of like a gate. And it's like, it feels not only balanced, but anchored, right? Like here's a post of fire, here's a post of fire. There's this even balance of how you can engage with that fire. But then also it's about how can I deliver? How can I channel this balance of fire to offer to others? Offering your philosophy, your teachings, your insights. And so it feels very much like what allows this balancing of fire on both sides is, again, the air. And so it seems as though you're in a place of being called forth to share what you have found. For you to move from a place of scarcity, sadness, this place of like depletion, right? Like the sand. This is like, it makes me think of how sand is like the, how do I put this into words? I'm getting a lot of imagery right now. Sand is the artifact of where water and earth danced. And so with you emerging from the artifacts of when these elements met, suggests that you know those two elements pretty well. But it can feel just like how sand can, its granules can tear, have these micro tears. It's as though you embraced it and were thus exfoliated, which sounds pretty silly, but it seems as though you were like, okay, well, if I'm down here, I may as well get nice and soft. Yes. It feels like I'm really finding you in a place of joy and curiosity and like readiness to really like emerge and be out here. Like you're excited to be out here. And you're excited to share with others. You're excited to use your voice and to channel your passions and reconnect with people. You turning a moment that others would feel like, they're breathing in that sand. You were like, you know what? Let's use this as an opportunity. Wow. That doesn't take away from the pain of this chapter or this period of time that you're moving away from. I don't want to romanticize that. But I want to give you your flowers in terms of like, wow, you really seized the opportunity in that space. And now you are soaring into this, the star nursery, and using air to help lasso those dreams and ideas that you have and all that you're wanting to share with others. And it's interesting too to see the movement from this place of compression to expansion. And even though it seems like there would be this downward movement, right? Like the way that this is shaped feels like a funnel. And it would be very easy to just go all the way down that funnel, all the way down that spiral, and get stuck there in the darkness. And while you may have traveled in this funnel, you remember to look up and look up at all that is here. Similar to the sky here. You did that. Let's see what messages are here for you through this Oracle of the Seven Energies deck. How cool. So, there are a few messages that came out. The one that's standing out among the others are beyond the ordinary, which feels very much you for how you have navigated the grains of those remnants. We also have broken open and the uncharted sea. So perhaps what you explored is an area that you haven't explored before, but you did so with grace. Again, seizing the opportunity, seeing it as something that can help facilitate your growth, something that can help you to further unfold into your authentic self. And something that may have helped you is this quiet, introspective practice, whether that be meditation, mindfulness, connecting with yourself. Wow. I'll go ahead and read you the messages from the book for these cards as well. Beyond our ordinary worlds defined by our memory, our intellect, and our five senses is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, called by some the Great Mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of something, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to a trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. Sometimes this isn't possible because the elements cannot be named or are not yet in place. Things may still be in flux, so you cannot know and may never be meant to know. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to not knowing. The mystery is a mystery because it is at present unknowable and as yet unmade. Even its potential is impossible to understand. What is waiting for you lies beyond the ordinary, but it has not yet chosen its shape, its path, and the manner by which it will be delivered. Your job is to stay the course, allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will, without trying to ascertain anything in advance. So what I'm getting from this is that although you have access to that star nursery and you can lasso in those things, recognize what you're lassoing in are the elements, and that there still needs to be time for those elements to be put together. So try not to get impatient. For broken open, there are situations in life when you see the value of loss, grief, and a broken heart. Yet it's not the pain or loss itself that must be the focus of your attention here. No, not even the story of what happened, the details surrounding what has brought you to your knees, is as important as what results from the experience. Can you see that this situation has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love, compassion, empathy, and understanding? You cannot be the same person as before. The only way forward is to move through it without resistance or manipulation, without attempting to bargain with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can put you back together again. If you do fall prey to some self-absorption or self-pity, it will just make it harder to get to the next gradual phase leading to relief. Yet, even if you are prolonging the inevitable, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at a high price, but the value of your experience of moving through into the other side is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. And that's what it feels like has happened. You allowed yourself to be broken open. And you're allowing yourself to look above and dream. We also have the uncharted sea. Your comfort zone is sometimes exactly that, a safe, familiar harbor you finally come into yourself. You have a sense that you don't need more than what is available right where you've landed in life. Now, however, is not one of those times. Like the archetypal hero's journey, the universe is inviting you to step into uncharted waters. Something is stirring. Adventure is calling. You may want to resist this urge because it will involve leaving your comfort zone, but embarking on this journey is essential for your well-being. Navigating the uncharted aspects of yourself means you won't have a map, because no one else has ever been there. On this journey, you cannot rely on the help you would typically expect from others who have gone before you. This new territory is yours to explore. You're invited to be a pioneer, a path maker, a magical cartographer who draws your map with your own life force as the ink. This is the day to dive into a novel experience and fully immerse yourself in the new. You don't know what this sea of possibility has in store for you, so stay curious and refrain from judgment or the need to label. Give yourself the time and freedom to be curious without the limitations and boundaries projected by your memories or expectations. You are in an amazing place right now, and you will never be the same for surveying these waters. Wow, you keep getting these messages that you're not going to be the same. That is incredible. Well, lastly, we have quieting the mind. Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frenetic, and overwhelming. Some days, all that noise is like the roar of thunder, echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't this why we take vacations? To get away to somewhere peaceful? In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Count your breaths and be mindful of every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do the things that need doing. Everything is perfect as it is. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that is how we will experience the outer world. But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? What if at our center there were a place that is always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say, where problems and challenges aren't nearly as important as we think they are? Today requires you to take an internal break and go to that silent space to regroup. Meditate on the stillness within. Choose a peaceful mind and nothing else. You will be amazed by how easily everything falls into place once you do. Beautiful. Well, I'm so glad that we were able to get this guidance for you as you embark on this path of creation. Thank you so much for doing this work.